We're talking about, the transfer market and all that, and there's this one player that we're supposed to be getting, but unfortunately fell through, Vini.
Yeah, and to think that Arsenal twerked and twerked and twerked for that guy.
Twerked and twerked.
But
Everybody in the comment section were twerking too.
yeah, everybody. I mean, but you understand why. The scale of the transfer would have been out of this world if you think about it. But and we talked about this privately. It was always going to be a big deal for Vini to come to Arsenal from Madrid. I'm an Arsenal fan, yes, but it's Madrid, right?
It's Spain.
It's Spain.
It's London.
It's rainy London.
Yeah.
Right? It's unstable London, right? I mean, culture capital. Don't get me wrong. You know how I feel about the place, but it's like
It's hard.
It's hard for them.
It's hard.
But I think there's an argument though, an unemotional argument to be made for what that move could have done for his career. And there are people who are going to argue with me, and it's okay. But I think if Vini had made that move, he wouldn't have been, because he's always going to be one of the guys at Madrid. He can't be the guy at Madrid. He can't outshine Mbappe.
Yeah.
And I look, the thing that Jude just did in the World Cup, it looks like he's in the mood. So what I'm trying to say is, if he had come to Arsenal, he would have been the guy, right? The commercial reality of that. And even coming to London opens up a different kind of market as well, right? I mean, we're talking about England and football. I think it would have been such a big thing for the league, even beyond Arsenal. Now, of course, my interest here is that he wear the collar, right? I mean, that's what I want.
Yeah.
But I, even when I put on an objective set of lenses, there's a serious argument, and we're going to match whatever they were going to pay him. I think at the end of the day, it was more of a personal thing. Some might argue, Madrid have a clear shot at, say, Champions League. But, I mean, the last, 2-3 seasons, we've had a better run than Madrid in the Champions League. We've just done quarters, semi, and finals, and barely lost on penalties, right? I mean, this is a team that is in a trajectory that is impressive and it looks to stay that way.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it was a bit of a, and I didn't like the jerking around too, right? Maybe it's my arrogance, but like,
make up your mind.
Make up your fucking mind, right? We did this dance for months, right? Because there's all kinds of stuff happening in the background even before it got reported, right? So, and the fact that we're gonna pull out all stops for the man, right? Break our wage structure. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And he would have worth every penny, by the way, right? Because he's got the skill and he's got the ability. But now, no Vini. The problem persists, right? I think that position is arguably a tricky position. I don't think that we have truly an elite player on that side of the wing. And I know we brought somebody in, and while I think he's going to do okay, he's not.
He's no
He's
Vini.
not in that sort of like, he's not Vini.
Yeah.
So, what are we left with?
Funny enough, and I know how everyone might feel about this, and I know everyone was super duper excited about Vini, before, that deal fell through. But I was actually more excited about Zolis than Vini. And I know why, I mean, I know Vini, not like I know him personally, but I've watched Vini for, a gazillion times. I'm familiar with his style of play, so I already know what to expect from Vini if he comes to, if he had come. But Zolis is someone I don't know, I don't follow Club Brugge, do you?
I don't.
Yeah,
Before that transfer, I didn't know who he was.
Exactly, same here, and I took it upon myself to go watch his highlights, and I'm not gonna lie, Zolis just looks like an exciting player to watch,
Well, you're better than I, because, I'm not that excited.
I mean,
I'm not that excited.
Obviously, yes, we do need an elite one, but I don't know. From what I see where you say that he kind of reminds you of what's his face? Trossard. Yeah. I mean, they do have very similar style of play, and I don't know. He was exciting to me. It was pretty exciting to me. This is a player that he can sort of carry the ball. He cuts inside. He can shoot. We don't have that many players that are comfortable taking shots. We have that in Rice, we have that in Eze, we have that in Saka, but it's not that many people that are comfortable taking shots on our team in the club. So I'm excited about that. You know, I'm really excited about that, and I just feel like he's going to get better under Arteta.
No, I mean, from your mouth to God's ears, I don't know, man. I think Vini is several cuts above.
Oh yeah, he
that
is.
Guy, and the thing that Vini could have brought for us, there's not many players who can do that in world football. You think about some of the things that we struggle with. You know, once the game gets like locked, for lack of a better term, or jam-packed, and you've got 10 players behind the ball. A player like Zolis becomes limited.
Yeah.
Right, because that, you know, trickery and that 1v1 explosiveness and the things that Vini does so routinely, like it's not even, we don't even talk about it as much anymore because we're so used to it.
And just to clarify though, I'm not saying that Zolis is better than Vini. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just familiar with Vini's game. I know he's miles, better. But I'm just more excited about, you know,
because the play,
it feels like we're getting a little piece of trust back.
Yeah, truly, we are getting a piece of trust back, and I think even the manager even admits that as well. But look, clearly what's in the market.
Yeah,
you know, Martinelli seems like there's some interest, so he might be moving, which I don't even think I have a solid feeling on that. I think maybe it comes down to how much money is in the mix, you know, for him to transfer out. But we still need a proper left winger, and I don't know what you're thinking. Do you have anybody in mind? Because when I look at what's out there, I'm not excited.
I'm not either. I know everyone is talking about Alvarez, and to be honest, as much as I wanted Alvarez, I'm not gonna lie, I wanted Alvarez, but Alvarez is not looking. He doesn't seem excited to join Arsenal. And if you don't want to join the club, sayonara. We don't need you, you know.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, we need someone that actually wants to play for the badge.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're not acting like you're interested, then what's the point?
Yeah. So where does that leave us?
Back in the market looking.
Yeah, look, I guess the same way they found Zolis. They should go find somebody else that has I don't know. Obviously, it's not that there aren't players who can do what Vini can do to an extent, or something that resembles what Vini can do.
Yeah.
But it's the ones who can aren't available, right? I mean, you know, you can look to the market, to world football, and you can think of a couple of people, right? You know, the Varskelias of the world and the Doués of the world. I mean, you've got Barcola. Yes, he's going to improve us, but at what cost? It's like Morgan Rogers. You know, I mean, I wanted Morgan Rogers, but for that amount of money, I don't know. Look, and it's not my money, but it's just.
Is he worth it?
Yeah, you know, and then you wonder, when you invest that amount of money, marginal gains, how does that affect the rest of the squad, right? Because then you're not able to do business in other areas that are potentially important, right? So you kind of have to think about that. So it's tough. We'll see how the rest of the market or the transfer season pans out. But yeah, it's not. I'm a bit worried on the left.